All right, we the Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negro, Hispanic, Native American, Seminole Indian, and the Israelite foreigners scattered amongst the other nations that look like the other nations. As prophecy said would happen in the latter days, we would come back to our inheritance, our heritage, who we are as a people, and we would call on our power, our God, whose name in Hebrew is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahweh Shai. And he would hear our prayers and our cries, and he would eventually send us the Savior. All right, the one who you call Jesus Christ, his name is Yahweh Shai, the Savior of the nation of Israel. And in the latter days, there would be a very dark, terrible time on the earth. The elect will call upon the names Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and they would take great leaps of faith. And eventually, the Most High will send his son back to deliver them and them only. All right, this is another lesson, just a quick impromptu lesson where I'm going to go into a couple things surrounding this new move on the unvaxxed. All right, there's a new campaign coming directly towards you, unvaxxed, which the whole thing really is for, all right, the Lord's elect, the Lord's people. All right, his elect nation is the nation of Israel, but he's only concerned with the elect amongst the nation of Israel, which are going to be, all right, the 144,000 is spoken of in Revelation, the 7th chapter, which are the men that would be prophesying, all right, the prophets, the servants, 12,000 men from each tribe. And then, pursuant to Revelation 7 and 9th verse, you have the large multitude, which are going to be the men, women, and children, all right, who the Lord is also going to deliver and have mercy on. So this is AP News, all right, and this is just from today. Austria locks down the unjabbed, the unvaccinated. I probably might not even put this on YouTube. I might just put it straight on BitChute, so I might not censor it. I might just, speak. Austria locks down the unvaccinated amid a surge of COVID-19, right? Austria took what its leader called the dramatic step Monday of implementing a nationwide lockdown for unvaccinated people who hadn't recently had COVID-19, perhaps the most drastic of a string of measures being taken by European governments to get massive regional resurgence of the virus under control. The move, which took effect at midnight, prohibits people 12 and older who haven't been jabbed or recently recovered from leaving their homes except for basic activities such as working, grocery shopping, going to school or university, or for a walk, or getting vaccinated. The lockdown is initially being imposed until November 24th in the Alpine country of 8.9 million. It doesn't apply to children under 12 because they cannot yet officially get vaxxed. Though the capital, Vienna, on Monday opened up vaccinations for under 12s as part of a pilot project and reported high demand, officials say police patrols and checks will be stepped up, and unvaccinated people can be fined up to 1450 euros, which is equivalent to $1,660 if they violate the lockdown. We really didn't take this step lightly, and I don't think it should be talked down, Chancellor Alexander Schallenberg told the radio. This is a dramatic step. About 2 million people in this country are affected. What we are trying is precisely to reduce contact between the unvaccinated and vaccinated to minimum, and also contact between the unvaccinated. Now, that's all I'm going to read. Just wanted to get a gist of it. All right, so, Austria, which is a member of the EU, which is the beast. All right, when you go into the book of Revelation, it speaks about the beast, right? All right, for those who don't know, the beast is the ancient Roman Empire, which has been reincarnated, which is back today in the form of NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. All right, the EU, the European Union, and Babylon the Great, which is America. All right, and EU is a member of the beast. All right. So a member of the beast nation is now doing a lockdown for the unvaccinated people, right? And this is just gonna spread. All right, this is not just gonna be this one place that does this. These type of measures are pretty much separating, all right, the unvaccinated from the vaccinated is gonna be continually push throughout this earth, and all that this is going to do is cause more division. Now I got one more clip I want to bring out. All right, this is a nurse. All right, there's a new hospital code to track the unvaccinated. It is Z28.20, and this is here in the States.
Y'all, I was getting ready to go home. I was closing down my computer. I need to get out of here. I've been here most of the day. And then I decide to take one more look at my email. I can't make this shit up. I'm not telling you which state, and it's not Florida. DOH and DHS are committed to working with our provider partners to combat the continued COVID-19 pandemic and have identified the following Z code for vaccine counseling that does not result in a vaccination. Zulu 28.20, immunization not carried out because of the patient's decision for unspecified reason. This new code will allow us to follow vaccine counseling visits and take more steps to vaccinate. Continued COVID-19 pandemic and have identified the following Z code for vaccine counseling that does not result in a vaccination. Zulu 28.20, immunization not carried out because of the patient's decision for unspecified reason. This new
All right, so they got a code to identify people who hadn't been jabbed.
code will allow us to follow vaccine counseling visits and take more steps to vaccinate.
And to follow up with vaccine counseling and to take more steps to vaccinate.
Y'all, we've just been issued a code. For those of you who don't know, an ICD-10 code is your diagnosis code. It flags your insurance. It flags anytime anybody goes looking through codes, CMS, all of those things, Medicare, they type in a code, and anybody who's been diagnosed that code comes up on a list. So for those of you that were wondering how they were going to find out who they needed to put in those determined camps, education camps and counseling camps, I think we just got our
Exactly. So that's what's going to happen. They're setting the stage, all right, for 2022 for them to start rounding people up, man. All right, and that's going to happen because that's written. All right, Revelation 2:10. This is why, all right, the Savior of the nation of Israel, he told us this. All right, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. So it's some people's lot to be casted into these prisons, into these internment camps, right? And this is gonna try you. Are you gonna fold? Are you gonna compromise your integrity? What you gonna do? And ye shall have tribulation 10 days, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. And the 10-day period is not a exact amount of days. It's not exactly 10. It's going to be whatever it is that's sufficient for your trial. All right, because different spirits got different breaking points, and the Lord knows everyone's breaking point. This is 1 Corinthians 10:13, that have no temptation taking you, but such as is common to man, because it's going to be a temptation, right? But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. You see? So you're not going to be, Yahweh Shem Yahshua is not going to put more on you that you can handle, is what they're saying. But will, with the temptation, also make a way to escape that you may be able to bear it. So after you're tried and proven, your 3 days or your 7 days or your 12 days or your 2 weeks or whatever it is, your 6 hours, 7 hours, whatever, the Lord is going to make a way for you to escape. He's going to get you on up out of there. All right. And even if you don't get out, if it leads to your death, as long as you be faithful, and I'm speaking to the elect. All right. Those are that bear witness with the Spirit, that they the Israelites, that find comfort in these words. I'm speaking to you. I'm not speaking to any one of you damn scoffers, you unbelievers. I don't give a damn what you got to say. This ain't for you. All right. But to you elect, you sincere out there, just stay faithful, man. Stay faithful, man. The Lord gonna get you through this. Right. But these things are coming because the beast is beginning to speak now. All right. He's done playing nice. All right. Revelation 13:11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb. Right. He had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. All right. This beast system is now beginning to speak as a dragon. It's speaking by way of these unrighteous decrees. All right, they're not playing anymore. Jump down to verse 15, because this is what's coming. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, the so-called white man, right? He had been given the power of world dominion, world domination, right? And he's trying to hearken in, he's trying to hone in on completing that world domination. He already has, people in a position of poverty and servitude, but he wants more. He wants your soul. All right. He wants the soul of every individual, all right, on this planet on a grid. All right. That's ultimately what this goes to. It says that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right. And part of worshiping the image of the beast is rolling up your sleeve and getting that jab. Because honestly and truthfully, I don't know everything that's in the jab. I don't know why this thing is so important for him to do this. I don't know. But I do believe that a lot of people are dying from this shit, and I do believe that this is tying in and leading up to the mark of the beast, which will be an implantable, all right, technology that's gonna go into you, okay, that's gonna connect you, all right, to this new digital system that's being rolled out. It says, and cause that as many as would not. All right, now word cause, we got to look at that. And cause that as many as would not worship the beast should be killed. Right, now when you go to the word cause, poel, to make ready. Okay, so to make ready. And then you have killed. When you go into that, all right, one of the definitions there is
Strong's G 615. Apartino.
apartino, which when you go into the root word of that, is separation. All right, so not only, because eventually it's going to lead to the people, rejecting to worship the image of the beast being killed. But before that begins, it's going to result in separation. The first they about to start separating people from their families, from their households, and putting y'all asses, or putting our asses rather, in designated areas, man. These internment camps, these isolation centers, whatever they dress them up as to make it sound cute and friendly, this is where a lot of people are going, okay? And a lot of people that's been scoffing and mocking and taking this thing for a joke, they about to get ready to fold, man. They about to fold. Now you got Sarnetta, all right, which is a unbeliever, okay, who tries to influence the minds of a lot of you Israelites, you so-called Negroes specifically, so-called black people. He tries to influence you not to believe as well, and tries to make you a unbeliever. He tries to sow doubt into you. And for the longest, he's been he's taken pride in going out and so quote unquote banging on the white man, right? Calling him this and calling him that, and saying don't trust him, and saying he's your enemy and all this and that. But here it is, this Negro is telling his viewers that he's about to bow.
So don't do it. I listen to y'all and I'll fuck around and get it. See? So what y'all think? Let me hear what y'all think about that. I'm thinking about taking a shot. I think I'm gonna go and listen to my man Unc on this one, man. My man Unc, my wife, my lovely wife Cynthia, she took it. My daughter took it, and they all wait. And my sons, they waiting on me. They waiting on.
See, and that's why it says Isaiah 9 and 16. It says the leaders of thy people. It says, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. And the leaders of the so-called black community are their women. He said his women took it. All right, his daughters took it. Right now he talking about he finna go take it, because guys like him that's in that black consciousness, that comedic nonsense, they don't have any balls, man. They're not men. They can't tell a bitch no. They can't rule over their women, all right? So guess what? They about to get ready to fold, man. especially as this devil comes to 2022 with more and more, all right, more and more draconian measures, man. These people about to fold. That's why you have to be rooted, all right? You have to be rooted in something. For you, if you say you don't believe in the Bible, that's cool. Does whatever you believe in prepare you for what's coming? Because what I believe in, this is preparing me. I've been out here for X amount of years saying, hey, these things are gonna happen on the earth. And now that they coming to happen, does nothing for me but boost my faith, man. This don't make me doubt. This make me a stronger believer. This is Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
On me, they following me. They like, nah, pops. When pops take it, I'm gonna take it. So I'm waiting on. I'm not waiting, but I think I might take it. I think I might have to take that because, and my sons is being forced to take it. Both of
His decision already made, man.
them, my 21-year-old and my 20-year-old, they are being forced to take it because you can't work in New York without it. So that's how they forcing everybody to take the shot in New York.
Yup, and the majority of our people are not, prepared to suffer. They're not in the mindset of suffering for the name of Yahweh Shai, right? Let me get that in Timothy, right? Because this is what's about to come around the corner, right? The unvaccinated are going to be persecuted. But really, we know, we're going to be persecuted not because we unjabbed. Really, we're going to be persecuted for following after Yahweh Shai. 2 Timothy 3 and 12. Yea, and all that will live godly in Yahweh Shai Mashiach shall suffer persecution. You see? But evil men and the seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived, which is Sarnetta. This is an evil man that's out here waxing worse and worse, deceiving people and being deceived.
And another thing, you can't even go into a restaurant, God damn it, in New York, man. You can't even go into the restaurant. So, family, I'm thinking about going up in there tomorrow and take the shot. Y'all want to beat me up for taking it? Cool. It's all good. I'm going up in there tomorrow and I'm going to take the shot. I'm going to take it because this winter is getting crazy. I know what that COVID feels like. And for those of y'all who didn't get it, those of y'all who did get it, know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know how that shit is. I'm up in this house like, I'm thinking I'm not going to make it. But my lovely, beautiful, and sexy wife, Cynthia, she wasn't afraid to come around me. She's like, yo, if we die, we...
Yeah, so that's pretty much it, man. That's the point on that. Verse 14, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of. All right, you believers out there that's, changing your ways, repenting, seeking the Lord, man, continue in that, man. Keep, stay in that, all right? Knowing of whom thou hast learned from, knowing of whom thou hast learnt them, and that from a child thou hast known the Holy Scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith which is in Yahweh Shai Mashiach. And we're basically newborn children. Once we repented, we're basically like children. We're learning all over again. We hear it as we grown as hell in the flesh, but in the spirit we've been renewed. So we're like children, and now we're being made wise unto the salvation through faith. All right, in Yahweh Shai, because we're about to have to, take a big leap of faith. All right, coming 2022. All right, big leap of faith. And big miracles, big strange wonders are going to be working in favor of those that have faith, you see. Because without faith, it is impossible to please him. And people like Sarnetta and, a lot of unbelievers out there, they don't have the faith. So they're not going to, be faithful unto death. All right. So, hey, beautiful times are coming. All right, endure, stay strong, man. Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. Giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. To the next one, shalom.